Good morning and welcome to today's edition of the newspaper reviews here on MAJO Television Network. Today, Monday, November 17th, 2025. I am Charles Akudo, broadcasting to you live from our digital television studio here in Akure, Ondo State, Nigeria. We start off and we take our headlines today from a popular newspaper here in Akure, the Hope newspaper. Now, the headlines read, "On security and peace, I made 600 bandits lay down arms," says Gumi. Mentally ill son stabs Nigerian father to death in the United States and injures both of his two sisters. On the world of sports, World Cup qualifiers playoff. Emotions run deep as Nigeria crash out. Now we go on to more headlines on the Hope newspaper. Ondo police arraign missionary for alleged serial rape fraud. Now that's all we have on the Hope newspaper for you today. We go on to our next newspaper, which is the Daily Trust. Now, the headlines read, "Bandits kill 3 and abduct 64 in Zamfara." On the food economy, why bread prices remain high despite drops in flour costs. Now we go on. Collington will consider all options for the 2027 PDP chairman. Now in the world of health on the Daily Trust newspaper, Sokoto government confirms dengue fever outbreak in the area. Now we go on to the Punch newspaper. The headline starting, "On foreign policies and security, alleged Christian genocide. The United States Congress begins full-scale probe into Nigeria's killing. PDP firestorm. Wike, his camp rejects expulsion as 4 states challenges Makinde. Federal workers demand 35,000 naira wage award arrears." Now in the world of sports, DR Congo ends Nigeria's 2026 World Cup dream. Now we go on to the next newspaper, which is the Vanguard newspaper. As bank profits rebound to 2.5 trillion naira, manufacturers shun bank loans over high interest rates. Now, in the world of politics and security, convention of controversies, how Turaki emerges as PDP national chairman. Now we go further. Negotiation rule. I led 600 bandits to surrender. Again by Gumi. President Tinubu to appoint ambassador soon for presidency, says the presidency. Now we go on to the next newspaper, which comes from the Guardian newspaper. The 2026 budget delays, sparks, and fiscal spending concerns uncertainty in the state. Now we go on to the next headline on politics and security. President Tinubu deploys peace envoy to Plateau as the DSS arrests arms dealers. Now we go on to more on education. ASU and the CONUA debunks the federal government's fund policy claims and lament on work conditions. Moving on, PDP's future in doubt after disputed convention returns and Turaki elects NWC. Now, with that being that for that newspaper, we go on to the Nation newspaper. Nigerian President Tinubu targets interfaith, interethnic truce in Plateau. Inflation eases for 7th consecutive time. The CPI down by 100 points. Now, in the world of security and arms, the DSS nabs major arms suppliers to armed groups. The United Kingdom permanent residency seekers to wait for a total of 20 years. Now, we go on to our next newspaper, which comes from the Matrix newspaper. In the world of regional security, Pope Leo sparks controversy and names Nigeria in the Christian persecution discrimination list. Moving forward to the world of finance and accountability, the SIRAP issues CBN a 7-day ultimatum to account for the missing 3 trillion naira. Suspension of 15% of petroleum import duties threatens Nigeria's refining sector. The energy sector says the CPPE warns. Now, in the world of security and peace, President Tinubu dispatches peace envoy to Plateau State. Now we go on to the world of sports, and we take our news headlines coming straight from the Punch Sports Extra. Agony as Leopards end the Nigerian Super Eagles 2026 World Cup ambition in Rabat, with a score of Nigeria 1 and DR Congo 1 in full time, and Nigeria 3 and DR Congo 4 on penalties. Moving on to the world of boxing, Joshua vs. Paul, bad idea, says the UFC CEO. On football awards, Victor Osimhen battles Mohamed Salah and Hakimi for the CAF awards. And going on to football transfer, Marcus Rashford on everyone's radar, including Chelsea FC. Now, remember, the world doesn't just come to you. You go forward, changing everything. Each day is a new day. You change your ambition, you change the way you view the world. But one thing remains constant. Always try to improve yourself and the people around you. I remain my humble self, Charles Akudo, signing out on MAJO Television Network. See you again next time. Have a great day. Thank you.